Alright, hello and welcome back to Let's Play yet another no-name MAME game. Today, we've got another Japanese quiz game, so of course it's gonna focus on cute girls drawn in an anime style. Yeah, I saw the Alien too. Nope. Although, we do have this. But I'm assuming that's a little bit of an aberration. So, let's jump right into this crazy quiz game. And let's jump right past this crazy cutscene. So if you remember Phantasy Star 2 for the Genesis, this game just really kind of gives me that kind of same feel. And if you look at the battle screen, it even kind of looks like it. Like, it really has that old school Phantasy Star feel. It's pretty cool. Although, one thing it is definitely lacking is the Phantasy Star 2 rockin' battle theme. I mean, yeah, there were other Phantasy Star games, but Phantasy Star 2 had the best battle theme. It also had the hardest gameplay. Phantasy Star, if you're gonna play a Phantasy Star game, Phantasy Star 4 is definitely your best bet. But if you just want to listen to awesome rockin' battle theme music, Phantasy Star 2 is your best bet. Oh, come on, even 50-50 and I still can't get it. Also, I've never seen a 50-50 question in quiz games. I'm kind of wondering if it knows I'm really bad, and it's just starting to, condescend to me. It's like, well, we gotta make you do something, but we know you can't do anything really, so we'll give you a 50-50 question. They're like, man, you're some kid who just, stole his mother's purse and started playing this game. Also, too, it has that weird Phantasy Star vibe in that you find, these weird little small pieces of new tech. And it's also got that Phantasy Star vibe where it's got, random fairies floating around. And, I mean, at first you'd be like, hey, Phantasy Star is set in the future. It's a robo-apocalypse future or something, with plenty of human technology. No room for fairies. But Phantasy Star was just weird enough that you just know there had to have been fairies just floating around somewhere. I would not have been too surprised were there fairies in Phantasy Star. Another cool thing I'm digging about this quiz game is that, everything's so fast. You press a button, whew, swip, swipe, swip, swipe. You can go through, 5 questions. What the? We're off the board? Quiz battle the door. If I get it wrong, does the door hurt me? I've seen some pretty wild things in video games, but I've never had a fight with a door where you could lose. Oh, that's pretty great. Oh my god. Hardest enemy in the game, the door. Oh gosh, it's the spirit of McCoy. Was he just hiding out there? Kind of reminds me of Left 4 Dead, where you've got all these safe zones and it's dudes are just hiding there. Although it does not remind me of Left 4 Dead in that there are actually human survivors. Also, it still just wigs me out that you can go off the board. I mean, I realize it's kind of cheating by just saying, hey, these bunkers are now part of the board, but it's still pretty cool. Oh man, oh, I see. As we go along, we pick up pickups that improve our offensive capabilities. Oh, I wonder if you can, actually choose what kind of shot you use. I don't know why you'd want to use anything other than 6-shot, but whatever. Maybe you want the quiz game to last longer so you can enjoy all of the enthralling questions. Oh my god. It's you again. Oh, we're gonna get serious. Arrgh! Take one down to the door. Come on. Your final boss is a door. Game over, you lose, you cannot beat the door. Oh my gosh. I'm not adoring this. Yes, come on. I will adorn myself with glory. That pun almost quite didn't work. Ice Spark? Replace one of my useless not 6-shot weapons. Okay, I didn't want to say it to her face, but she kind of had the face of a dude. Alright, let's go on. Are we gonna finally run into a fairy? What do you do, fairy? Well, HP ups would be wasted on me, so let's get the number 4 slot. It's entirely in Japanese, so I don't know what I got, but I'm pretty sure it's good, because it's coming from a fairy. And if there's anyone you can trust to be fairies... Oh my gosh, now there's like 2 extra... Oh, I see, it's like an extra bonus danger round. And then you have to like make it... Oh, doors. Come on. Maybe I'll get lucky and kill it in one shot. Yeah, I wasn't hoping for that either. Oh, come on, that one was in English. I could have done that. Yeah, come on, myself, do better. And these wacky games. Oh man, fire. Watch out, or else we might accidentally replace the 6-shot. I also didn't want to say it to his face, but he kind of looks like Dr. Zaius from Planet of the Apes. In the good way. And just to make it out of a door fight, now we've got another door fight. I will say, it's a lot less funny the second or third or fifth or seventh, 8th time a door kicks your ass. Maybe if I press 2 options at once, it'll... Oh. Let's play 4 at once. Oh. That'd be awesome. It's like a quiz game. If you manage to press them just fast enough, then you get like all the options, and you're right no matter what. Is this a good guy? Okay, yeah, okay. Because he looked pretty crazy, but I didn't quite want to say anything, because what if he gives me, like, the Super Spark, which is, like, 7 times as good as the 6-shot? You never know. I really don't understand, like, also, too, like, how do you use the, special weapons? Oh, what's... Oh, I get. Oh man, oh, that's pretty funny. The things you learn when you don't just try to blast through video games as fast as possible every time. So yeah, you can use other weapons by actually waiting on these turns. I don't know why you do that, but hey. Well, okay, I know. You actually, like, listen. That's kind of cool, because it's, like, it rewards being able to, like, guess the answers as fast as possible. Like, you actually get something for that. Because I played a quiz game a while ago. You can check it out. It was, like, Quiz and Dragons. And the game itself was kind of meh. But sometimes you'd run into, like, a question. You're like, know this, know this, know this. And it's like, you'd feel like a total badass for just knowing that. Like, useless piece of trivia. And then some questions you'd be like, I don't know. And at the end, you'd make a random guess and you got it right. And you're like, I knew that. But it doesn't quite feel the same. And I guess it shouldn't really feel the same in the game either. But, that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, that means I'll be 6-shotting everything. Well, let's try and use our Lasser. Oh. Yeah, let's not do that, because it's gonna take a lot longer on the whole. Gosh. Oh man, it's kind of like in Pokemon cards. When, like, the other person only has, like, 10 HP, but you've got an attack that you need a coin flip to get it right. And it's like, you're just so pissed when you get, like, 3 tails in a row. You're like, this is not gonna end well for me. Oh, I get to choose which door I fight against? Let's choose the weakest looking door. Oh, still kicked my ass 3 times in a row. Come on, game. Oh, finally, redeem yourself against those frigging doors. Also, it's not entirely established, like, what kind of thing we're in. Like, it kind of feels like we're in this giant tank. No, I want to get out. Fine, we'll see what's behind all the doors. But it kind of feels like we're in, like, a giant tank crawling around, like in Phantasy Star 4, I believe. Where you get, like, the land crawler, and you just, like, drive across the land, fight weaker enemies. Get, like, EXP for not even doing anything. Uh-oh, is he a good guy or a bad guy? It's a little ambiguous. Oh, okay, he was a good guy. It was a little weird. It's actually really lame, because it's like some... Whoa. Why is he still here? But it's like some media, it's like they have a way of emphasizing whether a character is good or bad through various traits. But then if you try to, like, extend that to the real world, you could end up into some pretty bad crap. I'm assuming, of course, that that was just a way of kicking us out of the building, so we don't just, like, stay in there and loot all of the precious loot. Actually, I'm kind of amazed that there isn't some sort of power-up for, like, the 6-shot. It's almost like this game doesn't want you to just blast through it as fast as possible every time. Oh, well, just as I say that. So I'm very excited to test out Nova. And I'm assuming we're going to fight some sort of sand monster creature. No? Okay. That's cool, too. So many fairies around. And you know these guys are legit, because they don't just have this single fairy. What? Oh, is it telling me that Spark is the best to use? Because, baby, I'm going to use Nova no matter what. But, I mean, you look at that screen, there are like 3-4 different kinds of fairies just floating around. That's dedication. Now, I realize that these quiz games, a lot of what they have to offer is exclusively in the visuals department, but when you, like, actively try and do, like, stuff like that, I mean, I'm pretty sure all the fairies are the same. Should have chosen UFO. That would have been the best. Well, I feel like that Nova went to great use. So where was I being? Oh, yes. Oh, come on! You know you want out. Ooh. Looks like an alien. Yeah, so there were like 4 different fairies on the screen. And, I don't know, that's kind of dedication when you program in like that many different things for the same thing. Well, I guess the game does have like a different feel when you can actually like read the questions and you're not just doing this. But I mean, it seems like the game has like an awesome theme and like an awesome way to it and like cool mechanics. But it's also the kind of game where it's like once you've played for 5 minutes, you're like, I've absorbed all of the awesome themes, I've seen all of the awesome mechanics, I've shot enough walls that I know you're gonna do that every level. And it's, I don't know. Some games just kind of wear out their welcome. Some enemies wear out their welcome too. This is kind of why I hate the whole idea of like you have to wait a second to activate the next weapon, just because like you're gonna wait every now and then you're gonna lose. I don't know, it adds in some unnecessary waiting in games, and I don't really like that. It might be a little different in that like it kind of mixes things up as you're like taking various amounts of time to guess the questions or answers, but oh, a massive 24%. Which is actually worse than chance. And if you'll recall, there were some... Oh. There were some 50% questions, and might have gotten that right. Why does it have such an ugly alien on it in the beginning? That's not what this game is about. There were no weird aliens like that. It's about like the weird, yeah, Predator sort of crazy aliens. Yeah, it's got. But the weird, like, gray heads, no. This is not in there. Why are you doing that? Showing off the fairies. Game's playing to its strengths. Alright, let's see how the computer plays it. Let's see if it looks like a more engaging game. Oh yeah, that'd be really cool too. It's like you're playing two-player, and then you gotta wait for like your super shot to activate, but you also want to get it right, so you do the damage and you win. So... Come on, player one! Which of the many question answers could it be? But yeah, I guess you're like fighting to see who gets the EXP. I don't think there's like a big reward though for like getting it right a whole bunch of times. Like you barely even get like bragging credits, huh? But yeah, that'd be cool. It's like two-player. It's like you add in this little mechanic of it's like, do you wait for the super weapon or do you answer it now? And also too, what will your friend think of you if you try to answer right away and you get it wrong? And or if you wait for it and you get it wrong, you'll be embarrassed. So you gotta try it out. And then, man, just social aspects, adding whole new layers onto video games. Anyway, that was yet another quiz game, and I'll admit, it really nicely differentiated itself from what could otherwise be a crowded and glutted market. So, I guess, honestly, you'd have to see how the questions were to see if it was good, and like see if they were crazy trivia. Maybe they're all science fiction trivia. But, given my pending initial analysis, this seems like a cool game. Well, on that note, this cat's got a scat.